men accountable.
Listen, I agree with this 100%. You know what? 1000%. Men should hold other men accountable, just like women should hold other women accountable. But the problem is, society holds men more accountable than women, and that causes inequality when it comes to accountability.
Bullying.
The Me Too movement against sexual
Toxic
harassment.
masculinity.
Is this the best a man can get? Is it? We can't.
Guess who would have been the perfect person to give his son advice at a time like this? His dad, but of course his dad is not there, which I think was done on purpose to show how fathers are not deemed as important as mothers in society today.
Coincidence? I think not!
This would have been a great time to tell his son something like, hey listen, I'm sorry people are calling you names. Sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. If it doesn't apply to you, don't let it get to you. Brush the dirt off your shoulders. Something like that. Because people will always call you names no matter how old you are. So what do you think will happen when this boy grows up and someone calls him something that he doesn't like? Should he run all the way back home to his mom to cry?
Beta!
Sexual harassment is taking
It's been going on far too long. We can't laugh it off.
You know what the interesting thing is? So this is not supposed to be funny, but a woman slapping a man or kicking him in the balls on TV is always funny. And let's not forget how TV shows and cartoons depict fathers to be alcoholics, lazy, and stupid, while the mothers are the smart ones.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Who's the daddy?
What I actually think she's trying to say.
Making the same old excuses.
Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys. Boys will be boys.
Let's be honest, the ginger probably started it, but yes, boys will be boys, it's in our DNA. The fact that they are trying to make something like this turn into toxic masculinity shows you the type of society that we live in today. There is a reason why we call girls who like to play rough, play in the mud and things like that tomboys, because it is inherently a trait found in men.
You're goddamn right.
But for some reason, this is now considered toxic masculinity. Before I continue this video, don't treat me like one of your side pieces. Hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And if you are new, welcome.
Something finally changed.
allegations regarding sexual assault and sexual harassment.
But she says he's toxic.
And there will be no going back. Because we believe in the best in men. Men need to hold other men accountable.
Listen, I agree with this 100%. You know what? 1000%. Men should hold other men accountable, just like women should hold other women accountable. But the problem is, society holds men more accountable than women, and that causes inequality when it comes to accountability. That is why a woman can slap a man for whatever reason she has and nothing will happen. But a man can literally catch his woman cheating, and when he slaps her, he is going to jail. That is also why women serve less sentences doing the same crime that men do. That is why there are more homeless shelters built for women than for men. That is why most homeless people are men. Because society says if you are a man and you are homeless, take care of yourself, figure it out. But if you are a woman and you are homeless, we have a shelter for you. Point is, accountability needs to be equal on both parts for anything to work.
Sweetie, come on.
To say the right.
Listen, I understand that some women find this offensive, especially if it is a stranger. But if you are at a party or an event and everyone is having a good time while you are looking miserable, please just leave.
You're just ruining it. Look at my lips. You're ruining it. Ruining.
This is to the guys. If you are at an event or a party and you see a girl looking miserable and mean mugging, just leave her alone. Mind your own business. Don't go approach her and say anything. Just let her be miserable by herself.
To act the right way.
This is so cringe and fake because we know this rarely happens. A random guy just lurking in a corner in broad daylight, just waiting for a woman to pass by so that he can harass her.
What?
And of course, it had to be a black man who stepped in, because if the script was flipped and it was the other way around, where the black man was the one in the corner lurking and waiting to harass a woman, it would have been seen completely different. Racist.
Some already are. In ways big and small. But some is not enough.
So don't treat each other with that.
Because the boys watching today will be the men of tomorrow.
This is very true. The boys of today will be the men of tomorrow. That is why it is crucial and very important for dads to lead by example. For dads to be the role models that their son will wish to be like when they get older.
You're goddamn right.
Showing their sons what masculinity is, because one thing a father does well is set the standard for the type of man that his son should aspire to be like. One of the problems we have in society today is not only the lack of fathers, it is also the lack of masculine role models. That is why most men today are feminine and lead with emotions.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it.
What is toxic masculinity as opposed to toxic femininity or toxic humanity? Because what they all have in common is being toxic, and that is regardless of gender. But one thing I have noticed is people who only call out toxic masculinity turn a blind eye to toxic femininity, even though both are a problem. Toxic femininity breeds masculine women and feminine men, while toxic masculinity does the opposite, making men more masculine and women more feminine and submissive. But of course, that is a huge problem. And if you don't believe me, just look at the society we live in today. Men are being pushed to be more feminine in how they think and how they carry themselves.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
In all, this was a pretty interesting ad, and it showed a lot of things that are going on in society today in terms of masculinity and femininity. And before I end this video, don't treat me like one of your side pieces. Hit that like, comment, share, and subscribe button. And until next time, stay blessed.